Oh, finally, it took forever to fix. Alright, let's go.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Osean air defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osius fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have been wearing a vest with you, piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usean ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation's tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. They're way overhead.
Column 3, Fox 2. Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Target lock. Fire.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid He's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Mage 2, target down.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
We've done enough damage to the harbor to carrier and enemy fleet. Drop payload on installations and return to base.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. Got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Attack missed. Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. Combat mission accomplished. Missiles at Alpha range. Emptying of the hangars and runways.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
Enemy bomber destroyed. 1 remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yuuzhan continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yuuzhan, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yuuzhan, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yuuzhan peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuuzhan was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yuuzhan, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuuzhan, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erugia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erugia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erugia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation.
Japanese Iron Man live action.
Stationing the IUN peacekeepers.
What does that even mean?
And we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made,
I noticed that a lot of the people in the cutscenes are just like pictures of people, like the dog when the princess shows up.
A combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east.
It's supposed to be realistic.
Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns.
Man, I've met dogs that are better than people, so yeah.
Enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
I am reasonably sure that the dog lived to the end. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he lived to the end. I don't know. You'll just have to wait until Ace Combat 8 comes out. In another, what, 15 years from now?
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Why don't they make another one? I don't fucking know.
Current target is on rails.
They like to take their sweet ass time. The wait between 6 and 7 was fucking huge, and then they had that free-to-play game that they released. What was it called? I forget. Ace Combat Infinity? Yeah, they were dicking around with that for so long.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles?
Disappointing to say the least.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get our vehicle out of there!
Target eliminated.
Where's the team interceptors?
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Will call. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Trigger, there's one more to go.
I don't know. Could just play Project Wingman in the meantime. That's what I did. I found it to be just as satisfying, if not a little bit more.
Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Enemy has entered cloud. In position. Why don't they withdraw?
They're gonna hit now. Of course it doesn't.
Bring their buddies back from the dead?
Alright, buddy.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those forwards. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap.
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too. Enemies travel a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly.
All right, this base is worth destroying.
Oh, Jesus.
Keep your mind focused. Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Piracy? That's fucking based. More power to you, my friend.
I'm on his rear. Protect the radar vehicle. Return fire. Break. Regain over clear ground.
Wait a minute, Dolphin related. Is that you, Echo? Of course it is. I don't know why I'm even asking that question.
Stay alive for now.
5 targets remaining.
All transports have been destroyed. Carrying it.
4 targets remaining.
If I could pirate Twitch Prime, I would.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Lockdown hostile.
Page 2 locked.
Enemy's airstrikes are falling. Watch out for him. LA's been shut down.
Targets remaining.
We're 6 enemies. That's not really good. Taking cover in the clouds.
Shit, a skull. I wasn't even paying attention.
Operations complete. All submarines. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. No spotting cloud, no doubt about it. We're dealing with UAVs. But that That doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them.
As you should. Everything is eventually going to be Jeff Bezos' fault. That's just a fact.
Bandits or drones?
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant, you know.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Enemy UAV confirmed.
The dopamine release from shooting down an enemy plane. It never gets old, Echo.
3 enemies to go.
Wait, see it? Oh!
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
Here's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Can't see shit. Goddamn.
On target 6.
Column 1, box 2.
Bro, has Karo messaged you? I really do actually think he's dead. We lost another one.
Don't try to read their movements.
Drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Do you have to manually aim them? No, you don't.
Nice work, everyone.
There's one set of missiles that you do. It's like radar missiles, but they're extremely damaging and they have very good tracking. But you have to keep the enemy in a circular area in order to have the missile connect. And then there's like a subset of manual weapons that are like an electronic magnetic railgun. I don't know, man. He does have lupus, so man was barely hanging on to life as is.
Target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
You think it's snowing in Tennessee? I forget. Maybe the snow knocked out his power.
Civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
I know, we could send him like a bundle of firewood or something to keep himself warm. But he doesn't trust us. His good friends.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was
He got the info he needed and bounced.
Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely.
Yeah, I know. And I was all excited to play Wasteland 3 with them this weekend, and now I got fucking blue-balled.
The International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture.
Many DMCAs. Holy shit, I gotta go protect my Mega account from all the PDFs I illegally downloaded of Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder.
The enemy maintains air superiority over each other, so expect heavy...
It's alright, that's why I keep offline backups.
There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones.
Too many viruses.
They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenalberg, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenalbergs and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Can't believe how badly they gutted my favorite plane. And suck my dick, Project Aces.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Mage 2, begin takeoff sequence. You're cleared for launch. Mage 2 is away. Mage 2, specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco.
Let's fucking go.
Mage 1 to Column 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other.
I don't know, Echo. It's just so free, flying through the sky, you know? A feeling that's indescribable. Got him.
Miss. That's a miss.
Missed. God damn it.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on
you. I don't think this game supports BR, but I know Project Wingman does. Oh my god, I hate when this happens. You're endlessly trying to get behind each other. Fucking waste of my time. Go away, asshole. I'm flying into the clouds. Got him.
Nice kill.
One remaining.
Can't make turns like that, buddy.
Target hit.
I missed too, huh? Alright, buddy. Got him.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
They have to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
There it is.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
Just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
I would certainly hope that we live through this.
Definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
These bandits are fast as hell.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
That thing? God help us. It's hard enough just keeping up with the drones.
Rogue Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Alright, I'm gonna try and see if I can get the missile pod to line up with all of the Arsenal bird, but that's gonna be... There we go.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Skeleton 1 lost. Oh yeah, Skeleton Squadron was that patch you sent me a really long time ago. Never to be put on a jacket, unfortunately. I wonder if I still have that link.
This is Golem 3. Golem 2's hit. Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ,
Fucking hell.
what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking.
Oh shit!
I'm breaking up.
Skeleton 2 lost.
Shit, we got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation.
Leave the operation area? Man, that's some pussy shit. I don't give up.
Give our allies some time to escape.
Muko, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
It won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Yowza!
Locked.
I've got you now. Firing. Attack missed.
That's sweet. Time to turn that into an NFT. Link probably got filtered. No, it didn't, dude. They have actual fucking legitimate bots on this on this website all the time. I mean, you've seen them bugging me. Like, the Twitch doesn't give a shit about bots or advertising.
This is getting a little tight. Missile inbound. Evade.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
Back.
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. Oh, good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. Get in.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support!
The weak get eaten.
Somebody! Support!
Oh shit! I was about to crash into the ground there.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brony?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. Mage 2, UAV down.
Got him.
Keep it up, buddy.
Fort Gray's aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I love that.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck is clear. Mage 2,
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I hate mid-air refueling and landing, so I don't do it.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age.
The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura. so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
I don't actually know her name. I just think of her as like that plain girl tomboy with the excessive amount of armpits in the cutscenes. I'm afraid I can't help you on that. It's not enough in my opinion. Holy shit. There's no such thing as an excessive amount of armpit. We build for speed here, Echo. We want to go as fast as possible. Okay, I don't want none of that slow-ass jet shit. Speed is an obsession that follows me to multiple games.
Operation area, imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
I would like for him to come back so he can play Ballistic NG, but he's dead, bro. You're gonna have to let it go.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look,
I bet.
it's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go through this place, and it's like...
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. We've been spotted. Abort mission. Sea Goblin and back.
Bullshit! Oh my god, I fucking hate these missions.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden.
I should have just taken the long way, but it's too slow.
The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. No change. RTB going home. You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you.
Shit!
Fuck! Two crashed. If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Airsoft / paintball. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but that's probably not going to be for a while.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry.
And while we're doing that, we can go ride some quads, too.
Progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you.
No.
And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite Despite his success, he remained a humble hero.
Oh shit, this is the wrong way.
Best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Alright, we're gonna make a turn around. Alright, there we go. That's what I should have done.
Dead ahead. Hang in there.
It's fucking turbulence. Okay, yeah, there we go. What we should have done is go all the way around.
How could anything slip through our anti-air radar net? Increasing alert.
Did they notice me? I don't think they did. And we're gonna make a sharp turn. And we're good. Alright, there we go.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
No full auto in the building!
Half of the SAM sites are down. H2, missile! Half of the anti-air guns down.
It's not full auto, bro.
All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ. H2, target down. All anti-air guns destroyed.
The anti-air weapons are already gone. Which squadron did this?
Just one until you showed up.
Impossible.
Impossible?
The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
More goddamn fucking drones. Get out of here.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
You know, since you have that
It's been a long journey.
free McBoot on your PlayStation 2, you could probably download all the classic games. Or the PS2 trilogy. Play all of them.
Location now. Run for the container!
Yeah, Mage 2 destroy the target.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
That's not gonna hit. Already moving.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
That is pretty sick nasty.
Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harlan alive?
Going to hang in there.
UAV confirmed down. Eliminate all enemy UAVs.
But yeah, I still have a PS2.
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was none of our barracks!
west.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Hurley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. Get Mr. Hurley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. 3 remaining.
Trust in. We're fighting against my team. We found an Erusian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Hurley.
It'll do.
Phase 2, that's the stuff!
All squadrons
Since our boys. Well, if you do play it, I do want to see it. So.
I sent the information via the data link.
That's the best you can come up with?
1 remaining.
I expect a full video recording. Fucking hell. Can play a couple missions here and there between your Icewind Dale sessions. Fucking hurry.
Mage 2 enemy has a lock on you.
Damn, I fucking hate this.
All UAVs have been splashed. All
There we
aircraft.
go.
Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Alright. Mother Goose 1 taking off.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, warming up.
Enemy UAV down. Keep up the good work. Mage 2, locked.
Roger. Transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's at all times.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. This isn't exactly a fight.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Got him in my sights.
Enemy UAV down.
Gargoyle 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my order. Someone's on the lighthouse. Yeah, I need the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal?
Where's the signal?
Gargoyle, change radio frequency. Mother Goose 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed. Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron. Baffle.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel.
Babel, roger.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual. Attack missed.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, 1 hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more. Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Missile headed for friendly.
Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
We can't protect him from fucking drones. He's like in a transport helicopter. He's gonna get blown out of the sky.
Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about it. Just send out this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Fucking hell.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
LM1, Box 2. Bandit has a lock on me.
Page 2, locked.
One of them breathing down my neck.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
I'm trying.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
They're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launched from Arsenal Bird Liberty, headed toward the AO.
The former president still alive?
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe. Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother Goose 1. Protect Mother Goose 1. Destroy those UAVs. We've run out of time. Return to base. The mission has failed.
What do you mean we ran out of... Man, fuck off.
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
I'm fucking sitting over here trying to destroy everything by myself, and what, we run out of time? There are no targets for me to destroy. This is fucking bullshit. I hate this mission. This is my least favorite mission in the game, by far. Total bullshit.
Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. The cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, okay?
I'm tired of chasing you.
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Bandit on me. It didn't connect.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger. I've got him in my sight.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mage 2, Box 2.
Lockdown bandit.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
UAVs are continuing their attack.
They're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launching from Arsenal Bird Liberty headed toward the AO.
The president's still alive?
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe. Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother Goose 1.
Mage 2!
It's a supposed to lose mission, but you can run out of time.
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal Bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
Yeah, I know, because the plot demands it. Oh, Jesus. Well, it's probably the best mission to end on anyway.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Alright. I'm done for tonight. I will be back tomorrow.